Hi everyone, it's Don and I've got another construction update for you. This is update number 140. Today I'm standing out here in front of Hobby Lobby. Why Hobby Lobby? Because this is right next to where the new Costco's has been confirmed to be coming to the Villages area. So I've got an update on this, plus a look at Middleton, Eastport, some of the other things happening around the Villages. So stick around and enjoy the entire video as we continue following the dream. So this is the location of the new Costco. It's right next to Hobby Lobby. I pointed this out a couple of months ago, but I didn't say what it was because I wasn't at liberty to say. This store is supposed to be 162,000 square feet. According to Forbes magazine, Costco stores normally range between 80 and 230,000 square feet, with an average of 146,000 square feet. So this one is slightly larger than average, and it will have 32 fuel pumps. Of course, no sooner than this was announced than the online complaints started. It's too small. We already know it's bigger than average. There's too much traffic. The developer should have built it down south. I got news for you. This has been in the works for several years, and the developer didn't choose the location. Costco chose the location. And why did they choose this location? That's easy. It's about the money. Just like everything else in business, it is about making money. They wouldn't be in business otherwise. They wanted the area where the most traffic would be obtained to the store. This store is going to be located right behind the Fresh Market store. Of course, the big question is, when will it open? That's anybody's guess at this point. If I had to guess, it would be about another year before the store actually opens. The Hacienda Hills Golf Course Clubhouse is now open, and as we pan to the right, you'll see Marabella Villas, which are the set of courtyard villas, approximately 25 of them, that are being built in this area to take the place of the old Hacienda Hills Country Club. I would expect these villas to become available for sale sometime around mid to late August. Let's take a quick non-profit moment and talk about two really good charities. First up is Hope Service Dogs. They breed, raise, and train service dogs, therapy dogs, and companion dogs for those in need. Doing this takes a lot of time, effort, energy, and money. You can help them by going to hopeservicedogs.org and making a donation to their efforts. Next up, on May 18th, the Warrior Wheels Festival is coming to the Polo Grounds. Soldier Grill Coffee and Warrior Wheels are raising money to donate a vehicle to a veteran in need. So please come out. There'll be lots of entertainment and vendors. I hope to see you there. This is the location of the new Target store next to Lowe's on 466A. They haven't started on the building yet, but it looks like the parking lot is done. They've even got the light posts in. We'll fly in a little closer to this building. And this is where Outback Steak is going in. It's come a lot farther along. And as you can look to its left, there's another building. It looks like they're getting ready to start there also. There's been no opening date announced for either of these facilities, but I would suspect sometime this summer, Outback Steak will open, and probably right before Christmas, Target will open. Just to the east on 466A, Mr. Car Wash is being built. This is the second freestanding car wash built on 466A, and if you include the car wash at 7-Eleven, that makes 3 car washes in about a mile of each other. This is actually a fairly large building, and as you can see, it's about 3 stories tall. I'm not sure why, but that's just the design. And I've seen some pictures online of other Mr. Car Washes in the chain, and they all seem to look like this. Again, this is a big chain of car washes throughout Florida. There's still quite a bit of work to go, and they have yet to announce an opening date for this Mr. Car Wash. Let's face it, we're not as young as we once were. Climbing those old-fashioned attic stairs to get the Christmas decorations down or to stow those family treasures is just too dangerous. Majic Stairs is the safer alternative. Real steps with safety rails at a safer angle and safety rails in the attic provide the safest attic access available. Having troubles getting things to and from the attic? The Majic Attic Lift can be there to help. Designed by Villages resident Ron Berner, every Majic Stairs and Majic Attic Lift is custom built in their Ocala, Florida factory and installed by their technicians. Why take chances? For less than the cost cost of one emergency room visit, you can have Majic Stairs installed in your home. Majic Stairs, the safer, more convenient alternative. If you haven't heard it yet, the CVS at the corner of 466A and Powell Road is now open. Across the street, they're widening Powell Road for the entrance into the new Wawa. Construction on the building for Wawa should start very soon. Let's zip around back and take a look at Home Depot. Most of the interior shelving is now done at Home Depot. Here in the back, these orange things are the big hand carts that you push around. It's probably going to be another month, probably the 1st of June, before this Home Depot opens. There's a lot of material that needs to be stocked, and it's going to take a couple of weeks to do. All the boxes and crates you see here are from the shelving material, not even merchandise yet. Cosmetically, everything is done on the outside now. It'll just take a while to get the shelves stocked and get people trained to open the store. This is Megason Road, and Brownwood is at the top of the screen. This large field here at the top of the screen eventually will be commercial properties. As we rotate around, we'll get a look at the village of Richmond. We'll head on south and look at this new section of Richmond. The section to the farthest east, right here with the walls, is going to be courtyard villas. Beyond it is going to be designer homes. At first I thought it would be verandas possibly, but they've stopped building walls. This was just a sound barrier wall to keep the noise away from Buena Vista. Here they're extending the walking path from the Okahumpka Recreation Center all the way up to this area. The two questions I get asked most about this area is when will it be open and will they have custom-build lots? So the answer to the last one is yes, it looks like it since it's going to be designer homes. And I don't expect this to open up until sometime late summer. Just the way things progress, about 3 months, we'll be seeing homes up for sale here. I took a very low and slow flight to look at the work going on for Harry and the natives. They have started. They're doing a little bit of work at a time. It doesn't seem to be moving too fast. When I went by yesterday, I didn't see a whole lot of progress from this, and this is about 5 days old from when this video is being released. The blue pipes are for the potable water that's going to be feeding the building. The restaurant will have a great view of the lake. There was almost no wind when I flew this flight, and you can see the water has a mirror finish on it. This was an extremely hazardous flight because of the low-hanging Spanish moss from the oak trees. Catch one of those in a prop, kiss a $3,000 drone goodbye.
Are you looking for a garage storage solution for your clutter? Look no further. I'm Steve with a Rack Above. I've created the only freestanding overhead storage rack of its kind. Crafted from high-quality extruded aluminum, a Rack Above is super strong, holding up to 2,000 pounds on the shelf. And when you move, take a Rack Above with you. Call Steve at 407-474-1214 or visit arackabove.com for your overhead storage solution today.
Here's a quick look at the work going on at Ednas. The building itself appears to be done, and they're doing the fitting out inside. The air conditioning units are installed on the top, as work also continues on the landscaping and decking. This was shot right about noon, and it looks like a few of the workers were catching a little nap during the noon lunch hour. While many may have initially perceived Ednas to be a shortcut being taken by the developer, few can argue with the success and popularity of this location and its abundant use by the residents in this area. Now we're looking at Corbin Trail just south of the village of Monarch Grove. This road isn't opened yet. Work is still going on. This is an 18-hole pitch and putt. I believe it's called the Live Oak course. Work has been progressing on it, and it's greening up very nicely. This large area here is where the Saint-Tropez Recreation Center is being built. We'll take another quick look around the golf course as we go check out the rest of the village of Wellpoint. This section of Wellpoint appears to be a combination of veranda and courtyard villa homes going to be built here. McNeil Drive is the road running across the upper left-hand corner of the screen. It's not open yet. Until the neighborhood recreation center seen here is complete and they start building homes, McNeil Road probably won't open. Remember, it's home building that drives progress here, nothing else. They're not doing this for your convenience, they're doing this for access to the homes. So when will it be open for golf carts to travel down to Sawgrass Grove? My most optimistic estimate is 2 months, and I believe that's being very optimistic. As we look south, we can see they're starting to put in the roads in the village of Oak Hollow, and the retention ponds are now filled with water in this area. If you look carefully, you can see the outlines of the greens and traps on the Woodlands golf course that's under construction. Coming up again is the Wellpoint Neighborhood Recreation Area. As you can see, there's still a long way to go on it. We're going to rotate a little bit to the right now and look to the south, and here you can see Corbin Trail as it winds its way through Oak Hollow on its way down to Eastport. Here we can see some more of the very large retention ponds, or lakes if you will, that are being built for this golf course. And along many of the bank edges is revetment that's being put in. Why they've taken this avenue, I don't know. Flying back up Corbin Trail, I decided to have a little bit of fun with the drone. This is flying at about 70 miles an hour. Okay, actually it's only about 33 miles an hour, but it's sped up about 2.25 times. It definitely gives a different perspective when you're flying at low altitude like this. The Southern Oaks Bridge is at the top of the screen, and this is the Laurel Oak Executive Golf Course that's under construction. Why some of the fairways are sodded and some are left to grow in, I still haven't figured that equation out. But what I know about grass, I learned in the 70s, and we really can't talk about that anymore. And honestly, I'm so tired of talking about golf courses and the grass with these homegrown experts and their internet degree, trying to second guess the experts that are doing their best to maintain these courses. Of course, these experts are the same ones that are complaining about rising amenity fees because of the CPI adjustment. They have no clue what they're talking about. They have no clue what things cost. This is a very expensive operation to maintain. I'll rotate back around now to the east, and we'll get a look at some of the early work going on in the village of Edenfield.
Hi, I'm Jeff Monash with Village Air Filters. Are you tired of wasting money on throwaway paper air filters? I can save you money with my lifetime permanent washable air filters. Just buy it once and never buy another air filter again. Rinse it out and then just slide it right back in. My filters are custom made in the US and they have a lifetime warranty. Give me a call at 352-388-1230 or visit my website at villageairfilters.com.
They are still many, many months away from building homes in Edenfield. On the other side of Bexley Trail, they've started work on the Meadows golf course, and there's a lot of work happening there. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. Now we're on the other side of Bexley Trail, and we'll fly over to see where they're digging the big retention ponds and lakes for the Meadows golf course. You'll see a bunch of dump trucks here. They're a big caravan. They have about a 30-minute turnaround for the entire circuit from where they're pulling out the dirt from the ground and taking it to the stockpile yard and back. At one time, this was all open pasture land, and the few trees that you see here are all that were here. They didn't cut down too many of them. They tried to maintain as many as they possibly could of these mature live oaks. This is hundreds of acres of land that's under construction right now, and in just a few short years, this will be thousands of homes. The purple truck you see here on the screen taking on its load was the same purple truck at the very beginning of this segment that was coming in. I'm going to go up here, I'm going to turn around, and you'll see it driving out fully loaded. And this video clip, in its originality, was only about 5 minutes in length. Here's that purple truck once again on its way to the stockpile yard. This is one of thousands of dump trucks full of dirt that'll be moved in preparation of this area. Now we're down to Eastport. This white area is the sand field for beach volleyball and beach tennis, whatever other beach sports they want to do at that spot. And you can see the Farragut ball fields on your right, the large parking area that's being built for it, the large triangular area just on the far side of the parking lot is going to be a dog park. This oddly shaped parking lot is set up for the vehicles and trailers of the boats for the dragon boats that will be launched to use this lake. As work continues on the landscaping on Sunset Island at the top of the screen, you'll also notice that the water level in Central Lake has been dropping. I believe this is in preparation for demolishing the land bridge that's connecting the island on the right. The design of Sunset Island has changed considerably since the original renderings that were released. Now this right-hand section looks to be more of a park-like setting, and the left is more of a spectator area. It used to be that this was going to be spectator area on both parts of the island. Not anymore, obviously. The area between the two notches in the wall is where the bandstand is going to be for Eastport, and you can see that there's quite a few buildings under construction now. The large three-story building is Building 12, and it's the new sales office for the Eastport area, and just to its left is the Olympia Recreation Center. The large square area at the back of the Olympia Recreation Center is the indoor athletic area where the indoor pickleball courts and climbing wall and things like that are going to be. I'm going to go out on a limb just a little bit here and say that this rock climbing wall for this age demographic probably needs to go on the same list as the parking for the Finney pitch and putt, the tall trees around the telescope pad, and the idea of kayaking in Lake Okahumpka. Definitely not one of the better ideas I've seen. Who knows? I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Black Dog Garage Floors, the best flooring choice for your garage. 3/8 inch thick copolymer interlocking textured tiles made in the USA gives your garage that custom look everyone will love, and all for about the same price or less as those pretty paint jobs. Available in a variety of colors and installs in hours, not days. This tough, easy to clean flooring system is resistant to most solvents, battery acid, gas, oil, and moisture, and even if it does get damaged, it's easily repairable by simply replacing a tile. Black Dog Garage Floors. It's not just another pretty paint job. Now we're in the downtown Middleton area. This is the area directly across from the high school. The building on the corner here is the Victory Family Sports Grill. They've started work on the boulevard down the middle of Middleton Drive. This building with the square grid framing is the Four Rivers Barbecue Restaurant. Construction has started on the Middleton Hotel directly across the street from the Tracy Performing Arts Center at the high school. The canopy in the alleyway between these two buildings is for the 24 Middleton restaurant. And as we fly to the north, this open area is where I believe a supermarket is going to be built. Here's another look down Middleton Drive. Here's a close-up of the coffee shop that's been built. Now, it hasn't been named which one it's going to be, but after looking at a bunch of photos of Starbucks, this looks like it very well could be another Starbucks store. More buildings are being started here in Middleton. Let's take a quick run over now to the boathouse. This is going to be a restaurant, but it's also got a boat dock. You can see it in the water on the right. This is the same type of dock that they have over at the Okahumpka Recreation Center, so it's probably going to be used for kayak launching. And the area that they'll be able to paddle is the entire lake. I'll gain some altitude and you'll get to see just how expansive this lake is. It's a little over a mile long. This is a high-up view of the Middleton downtown area, and you can see it's going to be quite large with numerous buildings in it. These two commercial lots are starting to be leveled, and I recently saw a post that said the one on the right will contain a gymnasium. This is the family residential community in Middleton. It's growing quickly. There's still some lots, but my understanding is most of these have been sold and homes are being ready to be built. But it continues to expand in multiple directions. There are quite a few large two-story homes in Middleton, and that's something you don't see in the Villages, the age-restricted community. While there is a few two-story homes, most are pretty much one-story and that's all you see. And that's just due to the age demographic. The cleared area at the top of the screen is more of the family residential area of Middleton, and you can see that it's going to surround the high school, the middle school, and the downtown shopping area. To the west of Middleton is the Home Warranty Department, and just beyond it is a new set of buildings being built. These buildings will house the architects and the engineers that do the design work for the villages, not the homes, but the infrastructure and all that you see going on right now in my video. Lots of landscaping work is now happening at the Shallow Creek Country Club, and you can see they're putting a lot of finishing touches on the exterior of Boosters and the Country Club building. The latest word on the opening is about 2 months from now, in late spring or early summer. So I'm figuring somewhere around the last week of June, this will open up. As we fly to the back, this is the golf cart maintenance building. And that's the Street of Dreams in the background. And we'll rotate around and we'll get a nice view of the front of Boosters. It looks like a very modern building. With all the cars you see here in the parking lot, it's obvious there's quite a few people inside working finish work on the interior. This area I'm flying over now is more of the family residential area for Middleton, and we're going to go all the way to the south and we'll see where they've started to cover up this multimodal tunnel. It's always fascinating to watch them build these things. The squared off line going around it is the foundation for the block wall that borders the multimodal path. As I gain some altitude, we'll take a look around, and pretty much everything that you can see will one day be part of the villages. Of course, this is probably 20 to 25 years in the making. This is looking north, and the high school is at the top of the screen. We'll rotate around, and we'll fly back towards the Shallow Creek Country Club and Boosters. This big lot here, beyond the wetlands, is for a new church. In this last segment, it's a side-by-side comparison of the village of Moultrie Creek, about 2.5 months apart. I thought it was interesting to see how much it had changed. It's not quite a then and now video, but you can see, not so much in this area, but as we continue to move around, significant changes. This is Very Loop that's on the screen. That's undergone some big changes. This is Laurel Loop coming up next. Lots of changes there. Coming into view is the commercial property. It's been cleared and it's been leveled. All the construction materials and debris has been removed from this area, and the cement plant from the other area. A little bit of progress has been made north of Central Parkway. The pond is starting to clear up. It's no longer got that milky look. A lot of homes have been started and completed in this area in a very short period of time. There are still a lot more lots where homes will be built. This work represents the combined efforts of nearly 15,000 workers involved in the construction industry here in Sumter County. Here you can see that considerable progress has been made on building the new fire station. And as we rotate around, we'll get another look at the village of Shady Brook. They've started putting in the roads in some of the area of Shady Brook, and it won't be long until they start building houses here. This is the Saluki Recreation Center. Obviously, lots of progress there. The pool now has water. Rotating around and looking to the west again, we start to look back at the village of Moultrie Creek. The area that we're over right now in the foreground is actually part of Shady Brook. Many of the homes in the village of Moultrie Creek are now complete, and some of the homeowners are actually living in there. As I said in a previous video, I believe that this area that encompasses Moultrie Creek, Shady Brook, Water's Edge, and Lakeview is going to be a very hot property for many years to come because of its location between Middleton and Eastport. It has so much growth potential and so many opportunities. It's going to be an amazing area to watch grow. We've got about a minute left on this video, and I wanted to thank you all for taking the time to watch it and to view the information that I've been putting out. I try real hard to give you good factual information, and occasionally I'll give you my opinion, like I think this is a great place to buy. But again, I just try and give you the facts so that you can make your own decisions on if you decide you want to live here in the Villages. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And don't forget to support my sponsors. Without their help, I wouldn't be able to do these videos. As always, I encourage you to find the good things in life and enjoy what it has to give. We're all in the fourth quarter of the game, so let's play and play hard. I'm Don Wiley. Have a great day.
Thank you.